Okay, this is one of my boards that I soldered up. The ones that I just etched, and I soldered this one up and hooked it up. Right now it's hooked to one of the coils that I wound, and I've got Hall effect sensors over here. They're in my little soldering helping hands over here. If I hook up the negative here, I've got it hooked to the bank on this side. I've got a magnet on the end of this. I'm not sure if it's the right way or not. Yeah, it is. I'm going to take the LED out so you can see the spark on the spark plug. Otherwise you'll see all you'll see is that. So now I'm going to just turn the light out, see if that shows up in the camera. I gotta find where can't see to get it close to the my hand's in the way that way. Well, you know what? I'll just zoom in on the spark plug. Maybe. There we go. Now does it show up? You can kind of see it in the camera there, right there. The other LED is actually getting, what do they call that? I can't think of the guy's name. Nicholas. Anyway, it's actually power transmitted through the air to it. Now you can see it. If I can find the Hall effect. So anyway, it is working. It's working. And I can use, I'll unplug the negative. If I unplug the positive, if you do that, it'll get the positive feedback through that coil and it'll actually burn out the board. So you want to unhook the negative every time. So when I go to put this board on a motor, you actually put the switch on the negative side, not on the positive side. Otherwise you're going to get feedback back. I could put a diode in there, I suppose, on the positive side. That's something to think about. Maybe put a diode in the schematic, and that way it won't get feedback. But anyway, this is just a coil pack, like off of the cars that, has a big rubber boot on it. I pulled the rubber boot off and stuck a wire connector in there, and I stuck wires on it. And I don't know, is my meter in view? No. Let's see if I can. I'll just unhook this for now. Get that out of the way. Get this up here. There, now you can see. And I'm going to set it for resistance. And I'm going to show you the resistance of these coil packs. And I think they're all pretty similar as far as resistance. Well, I shouldn't say that. Most of them were like that. But you see, it's about a 0.8 resistance. Well, in order to battle to make it so that I can use that, I want it at least above 1. And I had some resistors laying around. They're 3 ohm and they're 1 watt. And so actually they're 3.5 ohm and they're 1 watt. So hooking one of these up to the coil, hook one up to the coil, and we'll check the resistance now. Now we're up at 4, and I don't want it that high. So what I've done is I took and set them in parallel, and it took me 5 of them in parallel. Because every time you put, if I take another one, put it in parallel, now it's gonna actually, the resistance is gonna come down. So now I've got 5 of them. We'll hook that up to the coil. Let's see if I can. Here, I'll just use this clamp. Just clamp it on there. I'm trying to explain what I'm doing here. So that's the ground wire. There's the positive wire. Why is my meter reading 1? It should be reading 0. It should be reading a 0 there. Well, and then the positive wire up. See, now I'm at 1.4, 1.5 of resistance, which is, I can use it on my board. So I'll move my meter out of the way. And I've been keeping track of the chip. Make sure that the chips don't get hot. So we'll hook this up to, oops, got it on the wrong one. I want it on the positive one. It really doesn't, I don't think it really matters as long as your motor is, if you put it on the backwards, you'd have to, instead of a negative motor ground, you'd have to have a positive motor ground is all. You could work it that way too, I guess. And then hook the positive wire up. Hook the spark plug up to it. And we'll go to the other side now. We'll go to the left bank. Just to show you, the left bank's working too. And got my magnet, and I might have to turn the light out again. Wait a minute here. I've been banging these Hall effects around so much that, hooked the negative. I got to hook the negative up to the board. That will help. All right, let's turn the light out and see if I can wave it in front of that. You can see that in order to zoom in, I got to turn the light on, otherwise I can't see what the heck I'm zooming in on. But you can't see it with the light on. But it works just fine. And checked, not even warm. They're the same temperature as they were. So I think I got a winner. And with these boards, if you wanna use, one-on-one, or you don't want both banks, you just cut it right down the middle. Basically, I think you can just score it, and I've been cutting it with the tin snips, but I believe that you can score it and then and just snap it. So anyway, that's what I was playing with, and we have the motor still sitting here. Still been playing with it. Can't stop playing with it. I don't know if there's any gas in it or not. I haven't started it up this morning. Where's the negative wire? I took the resistor pack out, so I can't start it. So anyway, that's what's happening here. I only have my bench light on now. I turned all the lights off so I could show you that. But what, I did order some 0.8 ohm and 1.2 ohm resistor, but I ordered half watt, and I should have ordered a whole watt because they can't handle it. I have one laying on my bench here somewhere. But anyway, it fried it, and so it can't handle it. It needs more wattage, and I think a 1 watt would be sufficient. I don't know. I'm going to find out because I'm going to get online and see if I can find some 1 watt, 1 ohm resistor and a 1.5 ohm resistor. See if I can find some, and we're going to try them. But for right now, that pack of 5 works fine, and those are something that I already have, and no big deal. So I didn't have to order them. Okay, I think they came in one of the boxes in my 5S sales. I always bought the boxes nobody wanted, and that was in one of the boxes. So anyway, I got one board together, and the other boards I'm just going to put in my inventory, basically. And when I build a motor, I'll put one together. Or a piece of cake to put together. There's only like one. Well, actually, only 2 components that you have to worry about overheating, and that's the 5.5 chip and 120. In the 5.5 chip, I putting that in a socket, so you don't have to worry about the heat on that. So there's only 1 chip no, I take that back. There's 2 chips still. You got 2N3906 or something like that. I can't remember what the number is. That one you can't get hot either. If you get that hot, if you get that too hot, it'll fry it and it won't work. And so I just hook a heat sink on the back side when I'm soldering it, or I put my finger up against it to make sure I'm not getting it too hot. So anyway, we'll leave it at that. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.